Hiya and welcome to the James Oliver Guitar Channel, and today we got another vinyl video. This is the series Vinyl Albums I Love / Vinyl Albums and Artists that inspire me. This is episode 13. I thought it was episode 12, but I think I've labelled the one video with the same number twice. So this is episode 13. In this series of videos at the moment there's 13, including this one, vinyl videos of the albums I love. There's a video of 45s, and there's a video about Captain Beefheart vinyl. So anyway, let's get on, and there's 20 more albums, and this is the first one. Clarence White and the Kentucky Colonels. Of course, Clarence White was in the Byrds. The first guy to use a B-bender guitar. Tony Rice has got Clarence White's Martin, which he would have used on this for the old flat picking. This is a bluegrass album. There's stuff on there like Alabama Jubilee, I Am a Pilgrim, which of course is on Sweetheart of the Rodeo. Wildwood Flower, the Carter Family classic. There's all sorts on here. This was brought out after he passed away. Sadly passed away really young. Really something else on the guitar. Marty Stewart now plays Clarence White's B-bender Telecaster, and he does a fine job of it too. So yeah, there's Clarence White and the Kentucky Colonels. Up next is the Larry Williams Show. This is a bit of a soul-y sort of R&B record, which features one of my all-time favourite guitar players, Johnny Guitar Watson. This originally came out on the Decca label. This has got tracks on it like Slow Down, Whole Lot of Shaking. What else is on here? For Your Love, Louisiana Hannah, which is my favourite track on the record. This is the Ed Sell reissue, but it's a really cool cover. You can see Johnny Guitar Watson there. I think he's playing that Martin style guitar that he pictures with on the early recordings that he done. So yeah, that's the Larry Williams Show, which is, you know, Larry Williams, who also sang Short Fat Fanny. Loads of people have done that song. And the great Johnny Guitar Watson. A classic album, Dark Side of the Moon. I'm a huge Pink Floyd fan, even though I don't really play that sort of music. I'm a big fan, you know, Brain Damage, Eclipse, Money, Breathe. Every track is a wonderful album. You know, Dave Gilmour, Roger Waters, Nick Mason and Richard Wright. One of the best bands ever, I think. And for the vinyl collectors, this is a solid blue triangle one. So there we have it, Dark Side of the Moon, Pink Floyd. Quite a few people have messaged me privately and asked when you're going to show that. Dr. Ross live in Montreux. Dr. Ross, the harmonica boss. He was famous for doing the song Cat Squirrel, which I think Cream did. Don't quote me on that. Stuff on it like Freight Train, Good Morning Little Schoolgirl, Honey Bee Blues. You know, he played the harmonica, the guitar, and stamped the bass drum, etc. This is on the Polydor label. And Dr. Ross, the harmonica boss, is definitely worth checking out. Another classic. Jimi Hendrix's first album, Are You Experienced? 1967. What a record. What a band, what a guitar player, songwriter, everything. Absolutely mind-blowing when I first heard Hendrix's stuff. Just like, you know, it must be the same for everybody. And I can only imagine being around when they come out. Manic Depression, Hey Joe, all them amazing songs. And I love the cover. Look at the back. And there's a little blurb on each of the players on the album. Mitch Mitchell, Noel Redding, and of course Jimi Hendrix. And this is his first album. Are You Experienced? We're on to the favourite guitar players section. This is quite a special one as well. This is Hubert Sumlin. This is an album he brought out in the late, in the early 70s, 1973. And this is Funky Roots. I don't think he was playing with Howlin' Wolf by this point. And there's stuff on here like Blues for Elmore James, Every Day I Have the Blues, which Billy Boy Arnold sings on this album. Billy Boy Arnold, of course, is the harmonica player. And he does a version of Elmore James's It Hurts Me Too. And here he is on the front with a Rickenbacker guitar. Of course, you know, we all associate Hubert Sumlin with his Bartolini, is it? The black Italian guitar and the Gibson Les Paul Gold Top. This is signed by Hubert, as you can see. This comes from a friend of mine who met him in Canada. So this is a really cool record, musically and because of the autograph. Pleased with that. Bit of Jeff Beck. This is Jeff Beck and the Big Town Playboys, Crazy Legs, doing all the songs of Gene Vincent and of course paying tribute to the guitar player Cliff Gallup. You know, Jeff Beck plays this stuff. Magic, absolutely magical. Race with the Devil, Cruising, Crazy Legs, Catman, Who Slapped John. And of course Mike Sanchez is singing. You know, what a singer he is and piano player. I've showed Big Town Playboy stuff before on the channel. And this is Jeff Beck's Crazy Legs album from the 90s. What year is this? I think it's 93 or 94. It's so small I can't see it on the back. So there's a bit of Jeff Beck. Two more wonderful guitar players. Me and Jerry Reed. No, me and Chet, sorry, because there's another one called Me and Jerry Reed. Jerry Reed and Chet Atkins. Of course, the title track on this is one of my all-time favourite instrumentals, Jerry's Breakdown. And there's other stuff on there like The Mad Russian, Limehouse Blues. There's a killer version of Mystery Train on this as well, which is really cool. It's on the RCA label, I believe. Yes, it is. That's on the RCA label. And check this out. Or the one, Me and Jerry Reed, me and Chet. I've got them both, but I just picked this one for today. And I also like the cover because they're on with him with his nylon string and Chet rowing the boat. I've always had a thing for album covers. Why, how, etc. Some real cool blues on the Pie International label, which is, of course, what the Chess stuff was brought out on in the UK. And this is Sonny Boy Williams, Down and Out Blues. Loads of classics on here. Don't Start Me Talking. Flattering Frogs for Snakes. All My Love's in Vain is on here. Keep It to Yourself. This is Sonny Boy Williamson the third, I think, and there's two others, and I get them mixed up, but I think this one is Rice Miller. But again, I don't want to be 100% certain on that. Here's the back, there's like a really cool cartoon of him. And there's some real cool footage of Sonny Boy on YouTube. Now we're going for more blues. Obviously, these are not in any order, like, and this is how they fell. Guitar Slim. The Things I Used to Do. This is an American press, and it's obviously got Things I Used to Do on it, which is, you know, a famous blues song that everybody's done. And it's got other stuff on it like Bad Luck Blues, Trouble Don't Last, The Story of My Life. Iconic picture of him there with a gold top. Guitar Slim died really young, and he was I think it was a real waste. Because I think he's, you know, when you go for the blues stuff, you get the, you know, they're all amazing. B.B. King, Freddie King, Albert King. But Guitar Slim only gets really The Things I Used to Do play. But there's other great tracks by him. Definitely worth checking out. And another guitar player. This guy played lead guitar for Jimmy Reed. This is Eddie Taylor. I Feel So Bad. Obviously, I Feel So Bad is on here. Highway 13. Growing Upside Your Head. Blues in the Rain. George and Monica Smith is singing on this. I got one of his albums on the Blue Horizon label. I think it's called Is it called No Time to Jive? I really should do my research before I do all this. And believe it or not, there's a guy on here called Little H. Williams, and he's been credited as playing the tambourine. That's quite the credit, isn't it? You know, you'd think they'd credit him as percussion and not tambourine. But anyway, there's his big Gibson guitar. You know, you all heard Eddie Taylor if you've heard the Jimmy Reed stuff, and he's definitely, again, they're all worth a look. Now a bit of a local band, my mates Rob and Pat. This is Breathless, Bad Bad Boys. If anybody's seen the videos on the channel of me playing with Livestock Davis and the Lowdown Snakes in Cumbrawn, Rob there is a guy with a cowboy hat singing. And this is a really good rockabilly album. Tracks like Bad Bad Boy, Running Scared, Burning Up. She's Bad Company, Run a Mile. I know Rob and Pat wrote these songs for the record, you know. And even though, if we looked at it, I can remember buying this, and it was actually in the 80s boy band section of a record shop. Why I was looking in the 80s boy band of a record shop section, I don't know. But I was like, Breathless, that's Rob's band. And obviously, you know, you can see Rob there. He's obviously got hair on there. He hasn't got that no more. Pat has still got his hair, mind. Just about. But it's a great rock and roll album. Pat is Crazy Cavan's brother. And I showed an album on the last episode called the Saddle Tramps, which is Crazy Cavan, Freddie Fingers Lee and Breathless. So this is Breathless. There's another album called Twilight Zone worth checking out as well. Real good 80s rockabilly stuff. Definitely worth a look. My beloved favourite Welsh band of all time, the Man Band. This is Maximum Darkness. This is a live album which features John Cipollina from Quicksilver Messenger Service on guitar. This has got songs like Babe I'm Gonna Leave You, Codeine, 717551. It's live. That's John Cipollina's SG on the cover. If you get a second, Google John Cipollina's guitar rig. It's the most bizarre amp rig you've ever seen. But this came out in about, I don't know, mid-70s, early to mid-70s. One of my favourite live albums by one of my favourite bands. Man. I might do a video showing all the Man ones like I did with the Beef Art. Fats Domino on London. This is Fats Domino. Songs like Blueberry Hill is on this. Well, I can't seem to see the right in. Reeling and Rocking. Fat Man's Bop. Blue Monday, How I Hate Blue Monday. Massive Fats fan. Love his piano playing, love his singing. I love the London label. So why not show? This is Fats Domino. The Fabulous Thunderbirds. Jimmy Vaughan and Kim Wilson. This is the Girls Go Wild album, which has got She's Tough on it. Let Me In. Mark Deck. And I love the version of the Slim Harpo track, Scratch My Back, on this. Fabulous Texas band. Still going today, Kim Wilson's still fronting them. Jimmy Vaughan has got a really successful solo career. He's got a new album out on the Last Music label, which is worth checking out as well. And yeah, so it's the Fabulous Thunderbirds. 11 great songs, recorded in May 1979. I love the cover. You know, the cover thing is art, isn't it? You know, you could frame the covers and have just walls of art. This is the Frank Zappa guitar album. Does exactly what it says on the tin. Big lineup, you know, Steve Vai is on this. This is signed by Ike Willis. I see Ike Willis in the Ronda Hotel in Porth, of all places. You know, to see original Zappa member in Porth. Well, not original, one of the Zappa members in Porth. It's quite mad, really, but this has got songs on it like Sexual Harassment in the Workplace. Jimmy and Tammy's Upper Room. Moving or Park It is on here. Watermelon Easter Hay. And Zappa really does showcase how good he is as a musical arranger and guitar player on every album he does. But I really do like the Zappa guitar album, so there we are. I don't own all the Zappa albums, there's a lot of them. This is Carl Perkins, the man behind Johnny Cash. You know, Carl made his Sun Records, all them great cuts, Matchbox and Movie Mag and all them songs in the 50s on Sun. And then this is an album on CBS. And it's the man behind Johnny Cash. I think it's quite a strange title, really, considering that he was a star as well as Johnny Cash. But of course he backed Johnny Cash in the 60s. And there's a lot more country songs on here, like Cotton Top, One Way Ticket to Loneliness, Restless, which of course Albert Lee does. Went up to the window, said, "Give me a ticket please," that one. Which is a big favourite of mine, that's why I picked this album. You know, I can pick albums on one song sometimes. So yeah, Carl, I've only ever seen, obviously it's not rare or anything, but I've only ever seen one copy for sale in a shop. You know, there's a few online, but this is the man behind Johnny Cash. He's sort of got his hair done like Cash on the front as well, isn't he? It's quite strange, I think, that they call him the man behind Johnny Cash when he had a career himself at the same time as Johnny Cash on the same label. And maybe, you know, Blue Suede Shoes is a massive hit. So I don't know, but still, very interesting nevertheless. Well, it's interesting to me anyway. Everybody else might think, oh God, he's rambling on again. This is quite an interesting one. I wanted to show this more for the autographs on it. Because it's the Stars of the Grand Ole Opry, 1926 to 1974. And there's stuff on here by Uncle Dave Macon, and Bill Monroe, and Eddie Arnold, and Chet Atkins, the Carter family, Jim Reeves, Porter Wagner, Don Gibson, Dolly Parton. All, you know, class country stuff on this. And it's a cool cover. But the reason I bought this originally, obviously I'm a big fan of the country stuff, but there was 2 autographs on the front. I don't know if you can see them. And it was £1. And part of the fun is researching stuff and seeing what's, you know, who are them autographs by. So anyway, Grant Turner is the one. He's the guy that used to announce on WSM, you know, welcome to the Grand Ole Opry. And the second autograph, believe it or not, is fiddle player Roy Acuff. And it's mad to think that this ended up in Blackwood in South Wales. Signed by these two, one giant of country music and one iconic voice of country music. So I just thought I'd like to show the Stars of the Grand Ole Opry to you. And this is on, I think it's on RCA, isn't it? Yeah, it's on RCA. Just 2 more left now. Doctor's Order. Cutthroat and Dangerous featuring Mick Green and Johnny Spence. Doctor's Order are a really, really good Finnish rock and roll R&B band in the Dr. Feelgood sort of vein. And Teppo kindly sent me this. Teppo's got a radio show and he's a great bass player. And I'm a big fan of Mick Green, as you all know. I've talked about him enough on the channel. And he made this album with him. And they do a version of Domino, which of course, Roy Orbison. They do The Wildest Beast on 6 Feet, which is all about Mick Green. They do like a jump blues version, Drink the Wine Spodiodi, which Johnny Spence sings. And there's a version of The Baby Elephant Walk On You, with some real cool slide guitar. And then there's a track that Teppo wrote called Great Mick Green, which is a tribute to the great Mick Green. So definitely check out Doctor's Orders, check out this album. It's an 8-track album and there's a CD with it. It's limited to 500. I think there's a couple left, not many. It's definitely worth a look. And last but not least, Birmingham's own Steve Gibbons. I haven't shown a Steve Gibbons band album before. And this one has got my favourite Steve Gibbons song on it, which is BSA. So I thought I'd show this. And I also like Social Dance and The Rugged Rock. Steve is a great singer and he does a wonderful version of Tulane. You know, the Chuck Berry song, obviously. And he's been around for years. He's still going. Great pub rocker. Great Steve Gibbons. So there you have it, everybody. There's another 20 albums I like, inspire me, etc. And I hope you enjoyed it. And I look forward to seeing you all again soon. And don't forget to like, share and subscribe. I really appreciate it. Cheers.